everyone, welcome back to my channel. So for today's look, I actually wanted to use some color, and the inspiration that I got for this particular look is cotton candy. I thought that, since I love cotton candy so much, I felt like why not do a look inspired by my favorite candy. So this is the look that I came up with. I hope you guys like it. If you guys want to see how I created this look, then keep on watching. All right, so now that you guys are up close and personal and seeing all of my imperfections, how lovely. I'm gonna go ahead and take out my primer that I'm gonna use today, and the one I'm gonna use is this one over here from Benefit Cosmetics. It's the Lemonade Eye Primer. And what I like about this primer is that it has a little bit of a yellow tint to it, so it's perfect for color correcting any darkness that I have around the eye area. All right, so taking this flat shader brush here from Morphe Brushes, I'm going to go ahead and take that primer and start to apply it all over my lid. Make sure you bring it all the way towards the top. So now next, I'm going to take this Makeup Forever HD powder, and I'm going to set the primer. And I'm going to take this Makeup Addiction brush here, and I'm just going to set this translucent powder all over my eye. The reason why I like to do this is not only does it set the primer, it also makes it easier to blend. All right, so now taking my Morphe palette in the number 35B, I'm going to take this pink color right over here. It's really bright. I'm not sure why on camera it's not showing up bright, but it is really bright. So we're going to put that on the crease. So I already did the other eye. I'm going to go ahead and start on this side here. We're just going to lightly blend color into the crease. Now taking this Flaming Love palette from Makeup Addiction, I'm going to go ahead and take this darker color right over here. It does have a little bit of a burgundy shade, like a brick color, but I'm going to go ahead and darken the outer corners just a tiny bit. I don't want it, I don't want to leave it like this because I'm already going to be applying some pink in the inner corner here, and I don't want it to be too much pink. So we're going to go ahead and add that shade right over there to darken the outer corner. All right, so I just did this side. Now I'm going to go ahead and finish off on this one. I'm going to apply this on the outer corner of the eye. And I'm using little bouncing motions because this will assure a more natural effect, not too bold. So if you really want more control, you want to make sure that you are just kind of lightly bouncing the product and you're not like right away going in and start blending. So always take your time. I always like to drop off the product right around this area here on the lid before I actually get into the crease. You don't want to pick up product and then go straight into your crease because if you're not yet comfortable with blending or you're still practicing, you're going to get all that color in the crease, and it's just going to look too overly dramatic, especially if you're going for more of a softer effect. And then whatever's left on my brush, I'm just going to go ahead and blend inward. Make sure you guys are using a soft hand when you guys are blending. That's one of the biggest mistakes that I see a lot of my students make is that they think that they have to sit there and blend really hard, and you don't need to. It's going to give you a way better, a really good blend if you take your time and you're not really pushing the product into your skin. Once the product's there, especially if you're working with colors like these, bright colors, once you mark it, that's it. It's hard to blend out, especially black. So always take your time and try to, take some of the product off before you apply it, or you can just do like what I said, just kind of like bounce the product on the outer corner and then work whatever's left on your brush in. All right, now taking this darker one here, I'm going to go ahead and add that only on the outer corner to just deepen that outer corner just a tiny bit more. Now before I apply my shadows on the lid, I'm going to use this glitter glue from Too Faced Cosmetics. And I'm going to go ahead and apply that all over the lid before I apply my shimmery colors. Now I only recommend to use this glitter whenever you're using glitter or shimmery colors. And the ones that I'm going to be using are the ones from ColourPop. So first I'm going to take this color here, and this one is called Dare. And then I'm going to apply that one first on the outer corner, and then for the inner corner, I'm going to use this one right over here, which is called Slave to Pink. So it's like a pinky color, and they're really, really bright, and they look so pretty. So these are the two that I'm going to be using for today. So then now I'm going to take this brush right over here from Morphe, and this one is the E19. It's a very tiny flat brush. I'm not sure if you guys can see that, but I'm going to go ahead and apply my shadows with this brush. So the first color I'm going to go in with is the purple shade in Dare from ColourPop Cosmetics. So you're going to go ahead and start to apply it on the outer corner. And we're going to stop like right about here. How gorgeous is this color? Look how pretty that is. Ooh, I love it. And it looks so much better in person too. Now we're going to do this on the other side. Together. So now taking that pink shadow, I'm going to go ahead and start to apply it on the inner corner of the lid, working it in. And we're going to stop in the middle, but we're going to go ahead and mesh the two colors together, so the purple and the pink. All right, so I'm going to go back in with the Morphe palette, the one that I showed you guys earlier. And I'm going to take that same pink and I'm going to apply it on the inner lid. It is a matte shade, so basically what it's going to do, it's going to really make this shimmery pink from ColourPop Cosmetics pop a little bit more. So now when you apply the matte color, make sure you go back in with that glitter glue and apply a little bit on the top before you apply that shimmer shade, and it's just really going to help the colors stand out. All right, so now I'm going to go ahead and draw out my eyeliner, and I'm going to use this one here from NYC. It's one of my favorites, and it is liquid, and it does dry out matte, which is something that I always look for in liquid liners. It has to dry matte. I don't like that shiny effect that some of them give you. All right, so I already did this eye. I'm going to go ahead and show you guys how I like to do it on the other eye. Just kind of let it go, let it fly. And then I'm going to go ahead and go from the middle in. Make sure your eye is closed as you are doing this. It's going to be a little hard because I know you have to use both eyes, right? You can't just have one closed and then try to do your wing. But try to kind of lightly close it. If not, you guys can always tilt your head back and kind of go like this. That way you guys can see what you guys are doing. Now, once you guys have that wing, do not touch it. Trust me, you do not want to touch it. Just go from the middle and then kind of work your way in. Okay, so now for my lashes, I'm going to go ahead and take these ones over here, which are my favorite, and they're called Iconic from House of Lashes. And whenever you apply your lashes, you want to make sure you start from the middle and then you go ahead and fix some on the sides. And you want to stay as close to the lash line as possible. Now, it will take some practice, but I guarantee you that if you keep on practicing, you'll definitely get it. All right, so now let's do something about this face. So the foundation I'm gonna be using today is my Studio Fix Fluid from MAC, and I use the shade NC30, and I sometimes mix it with my NC25, just because I feel like sometimes the 30 is a little too dark for me. As the winter nears, I tend to get a little lighter, so I go with the NC25 and I'm good there. But for now, I'm just gonna go ahead and use the NC30 since I am still a little tan from the summer. Now the brush that I'm using is this one here from Luxie Beauty. It's from their Kabuki line, and this one is in the number 538 flat angled brush. And if you are used to applying your foundation with stippling brushes, what's good about this particular brush is that it's super soft, so you don't really have to, sit there and blend in your foundation super hard. You guys can go ahead and just lightly kind of bounce the product onto your skin, and it's going to give you that really nice airbrush effect. So I'm going to just skip the whole contouring for today, but I am going to go ahead and highlight. And the concealer that I'm going to be using today is from MAC as well, and this is their Pro Longwear Concealer. And I am in the shade NC20. You want to go up maybe about a shade or two lighter than your skin tone. So this is the one that I'm going to use for today. All right, so I'm going to apply this underneath the eye. And you want to go ahead and apply a generous amount. I would recommend applying a whole bunch of it if you want more of a dramatic look and you're going out, to an event or something like that. But otherwise, I don't recommend doing this if you're just going to be doing a natural look, something very simple. I wouldn't pack it on as heavy. I would just try to stay as light as you can. So now taking this Luxie brush in the number 680, and it has a little bit of a slope like this. I like using this to set my concealer, and yeah, it's just perfect. I also like to apply my foundation with this brush as well. And again, just want to go ahead and press the product onto the skin. Try not to rub, because then you're just going to go ahead and rub the product off, and you don't want to do that. You want it to kind of stay in place. All right, so now taking my RCMA setting powder. This one is in the No Color powder. I love this setting powder. I can't stress enough how much I love this powder. But it's one of my favorites, and this is the one that I'm going to use today. And I'm going to set my under eye concealer. All right, so now taking a Beauty Blender sponge, I'm going to go ahead and set the concealer with that translucent powder. And then what I'm going to do is to give me more of a slimmer effect, I'm going to go ahead and bring that powder starting from the outer corner of the face and inward. All right, so now taking a fluffier brush from the same brand, which is Fearless Cosmetics. I'm going to take this one right over here, and I'm going to start to apply my bronzer. And the bronzer that I'm using is this one here from TooFaced Cosmetics, and this is Beach Bunny. It's one of my favorites. All right, so I'm going to apply some of this along the jawbone. Here we go, and some on the temples. All right, so now for my blush, I'm gonna go ahead and take this one here from Nars, and this one is in their Orgasm. And it's one of my favorites. So I'm gonna apply this right over the bronzer. Such a pretty, pretty, pretty one. All right, so now to dust away that translucent powder where we set the concealer, I'm going to use this brush right over here and then lightly start to blend out all the areas that we set. Now for my illuminator, I'm going to take this one here from LAGirl Cosmetics, and it's their Strobe Light. I'm really liking this one, and it's in their 50 watts. So this is what I'm going to use for my highlighter. Now taking my Luxie 522 tapered highlighting brush, I'm going to go ahead and apply my highlight with this brush. And this is from their Onyx collection. All right, to finish this look off, I'm going to take this liquid lipstick from Jouer Cosmetics, and this is their matte lipstick. And this one is called Fairy. This is such a pretty color. I don't know if you guys can see that, but it's super pretty. Yeah, and it definitely has like a little bit of a sheen to it. Alright guys, so that is all for this cotton candy inspired makeup tutorial. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and comment on this video. Thank you guys so much for watching. Until next time.